right, lads, it's movie of the week, and before we get going on this masterclass, Kingpin, Bill Murray, Woody Harrelson, it's awesome. But before we get into this, lads, I am super excited to tell you that I have now been doing the movies for over a year, and it has taken me over a year to collect the reactions from you guys based on what you guys loved the most. And I have now, I can't believe it's been over a year. It's taken me that long to do this. I planned this a year ago. I've got the top 50 movies voted by you guys coming out very, very soon. I'm getting it all edited together. Guys, you'll see my hair long, you'll see it short. I've got different clothes on because it's literally been over a year in the making. I feel like I've got to a benchmark or something, a weird benchmark in my life. It's bizarre, but you know, lads, honestly, and I love you all. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching and giving me your reactions for these movies. And it's not my top 50. It's voted by you. So guys, I'm super pumped to be rolling this out soon. Anyway, that will come soon. So guys, for tonight, grab your drinks, grab the booze, grab the wine, the whiskey, the beer, whatever it is. And I can't even, nearly forgot. James and Richard in Ohio in America. Lads, a big shout out to you, lads. I hope you're well. Thanks for listening and watching. Love you boys as well. Apparently the lads are using this as a drinking game. Every time I say lads. This is cool. And you know what I'm going to be doing as well? Soon, I'm going to probably do a drinking game for movie review. So even if you're not drinking, it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. You can just watch the movie review anyway. But more details will follow on that one. So anyway, okay, let's get going. Peter. Wow. Right, lads, I mean, Kingpin, if you have not seen this, oh dear Lord, what have you been doing? I know I say that quite a lot about movies, but like, really? What have you been doing? I mean, Kingpin, it's not the greatest comedy of all time. It's up there. But it's certainly one of those ones that was so popular back in the 90s that it was almost your go-to movie for comedy. And, you know, it came out in 1996. And the Farrelly brothers, they just dropped Dumb and Dumber. Which, I mean, look, that was huge. It blew the roof off Hollywood, right? The lads were untouchable. They were on such a roll. But they could have pitched a movie about tap dancing, about penguins, and every studio in town would have said, yeah, all right, buddies, here's your 50 million, make it happen. Because they kind of made bowling sexy, you know. I'd be surprised, like, if you actually didn't want to go out for a game of bowling after this, you know, honestly. And, you know, so what did they do? They made a bowling movie. Not football, not poker, not the mob. Bowling. 10-pin bowling. And that's what kind of makes it genius, because somehow these lunatics took a sport for divorced dads and made it into an underdog epic. And I swear, man, if you told me I'd be emotionally invested in one-handed bowler named Roy Munson, I mean, I'd have called you insane. But here we are. Okay, so we've got Roy Munson, played by Woody Harrelson, lads. You know, he must have been growing that hairpiece with witchcraft. Like, he starts out as the cocky, young, hotshot bowler, right? Everything's going well for him. Everything he touches turns to gold. And then the attitude, the women, the fame, and then it all goes south. Let's just keep it clean here today. He gets tricked by this slime ball rival, Ernie McCracken. By the way, it's hard to argue. This guy, he must be the greatest bad guy in a comedy of all time. You know, he must be. He's on the podium. There's no doubt about it. I think he's better than Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore. I have to go. I'd always go Ernie McCracken any day of the week. And, you know, he gets, so Woody Harrelson, he gets tricked by Ernie McCracken. All right. And they go into a bowling hustle game. It all goes just wrong. It all just goes so wrong. And then next thing you know, he's getting his hand stuffed down into a ball return machine thingy, whatever you call them, where the balls come back up. And then gone. His hand is gone, right? Woody Harrelson's. Now, this is a comedy. So, say goodbye to the dreams, Roy. And if you ever messed up so badly that you can hear your ancestors sigh in disappointment, like that's Roy Munson. He's literally Munson, they even call him in this movie. And that's the term, like, it's coined. And, Bill Murray improvised everything in this movie. I mean, this is the genius, the sheer genius, comedy genius of Bill Murray. He improvised everything. That's a work of art, my man. Did he read the script? Yeah, got a glance, got an idea of what it was all about, and he just rolled with it. So here's a weird thing, though. Kingpin absolutely bombed at the box office. It bombed and burned. Terrible disaster. The Farrelly brothers thought that they killed their career here on this one. And, he said it was the biggest disappointment of his life. I mean, you've got Woody Harrelson, excellent in pretty much everything he does. Big star in the 90s. I mean, massive. And then you've got Bill Murray, the comedy genius. How could it go wrong? How could it go wrong? And it did. It went completely south. And the timing was kind of atrocious, they said. It came out during the 1996 Olympics, believe that or not, so it actually messed it all up, apparently. Nobody apparently was watching movies. Everyone was too busy pretending to know the rules of synchronized swimming. But then the beauty of it, 6 months later, it hits VHS. Yeah, that's right. We're going back to the VHS days here, lads. Not even DVDs. DVDs are dinosaurs already, but imagine what VHSs were like. This is what we had when we were kids. And it exploded. Kind of like Shawshank. Shawshank Redemption. Flop. Major flop at the cinema. And it's the most successful VHS movie of all time. It's even number 1 on IMDb. And so it was the same type of scenario here. Every college dorm, every late night hangout, every stoner with a microwave had Kingpin on loop, honestly. And I did too. And that's the thing about movies like this. They don't hit when they're supposed to. And then they sneak up on you years later when the world's ready to laugh again, I guess. Go back to the actual movie here now, lads. You go fast forward. Woody Harrelson's hand is gone. Okay, he's now miserable. He's distraught, right? And you see a washed-up loser living in a complete dump. This is what he's turned into, wearing a comb over that looks like it was glued on only by a blind person. And he's done, like he's finished, until he meets Ishmael, Randy Quaid, the man who looks like he just fell out of a haystack and plays an Amish prodigy who can throw a bowling ball like Zeus throwing thunderbolts, and he's the next hotshots. Roy sees his chance. Roy sees him in Ishmael, and that's what kind of gets him going again. And if he can teach this innocent farm boy, can he teach him to win again? That's what he turns into the coach, right? So no, they team up. The sleaze and the saint, and they hit the road, right? And what follows, it's a great odd couple journey that they've hustling, motel fights, cows, and a woman named Claudia who's way too good for either of them. Well, that's what she portrays anyway. And the trivia that kind of kills me is Chris Farrelly was originally offered the role of Ishmael. Imagine that. Chris Farrelly. And he couldn't do it. He was filming Black Sheep. You can't help but wonder what the movie could have been with Farrelly and Harrelson together. Pure chaos? Maybe. And this is when everything gets big, glorious, right? They go to Reno. That's where the big bowling competition's on, okay? Not Vegas, Reno. And the lights, the crowds, Ernie McCracken's hair has evolved into its own life form by now. And, it looks like he's trying to escape his skull. I mean, it's ridiculous. Roy's there with one good hand. and a heart full of trauma. God love the guy. But yet Murray's strutting around like a sleazy god, creepy businessman almost. And every swing, like every toss, every hip thrust, the man's a bowling peacock. And the kicker is that the entire final match, completely improvised by Bill Murray again. Cheers, the bow, the fist pumps. None of that was scripted. I mean, can you imagine just seeing this? I mean, if you've seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about here. And the Farrelly brothers were terrified. They said, we don't know what they're going to do. They didn't want him to stop. I mean, you let a guy like Bill Murray off the leash. That's what you do with a guy like him. And, you know, lads, it's so good. I won't give anything away of the final match too much. Maybe the clips might kind of give it away, but I won't say too much. Now, guys, at the climax of the show, we won't give it away, but there's a lot of redemption in this too, you know, and I know it's a comedy, but in the end, like, Kingpin, it is kind of about redemption, you know, and like, guys, I've said it before, that I've been in LA, I've been in Hollywood, around the area, and scripts are based on psychology. They're based on real life human emotion, you know, even if it is a comedy. I mean, and believe me, I think, you know, if you're anyway fan of Bill Murray, you're going to be just like loving Bill Murray and probably laughing your ass off at the guy. He is absolutely brilliant, you know, and I suppose every single one of us has in a way been Roy Munson, even though they call it Munson in this movie. You know, we trusted the wrong people, we made dumb choices, gotten crushed, but, you know, hopefully we can get back up on our feet again. But it's Kingpin, lads. You know, it's filthy, it's beautiful, it's stupid, inspiring movie that somehow makes you believe in second chances. Now, you could say that Bill Murray's best performance, Groundhog Day, or maybe this, each to their own. But I think this is definitely Bill Murray's best performance with the smarmy, absolute a-hole guy. This is what I think is the one for him. Lads, I couldn't recommend it enough. Kingpin. What a show.
Peter.
Wow.